Jude Bellingham and Jobe Bellingham swap places. How long would it take you to realise Jude Bellingham wasn't Jude Bellingham and Jobe Bellingham wasn't actually Jobe Bellingham? I did this with Jacob Murphy and Josh Murphy, and the response was overwhelming. So we're going to do it again, but I think this is a bit more obvious, right? The only rule is the camera is not zooming in on them. That's you've got to watch it from the camera angle, like upstairs. And the question has to be not how many games are you realising they're a different bloke, how many minutes from kickoff you realising it's a different man. And the scenarios, just let me know in the comments. Jude Bellingham has been selected for England, but Jobe Bellingham actually plays. Whistle's gone, Jobe Bellingham's running around, but he's meant to be Jude. And you stood this far away from a screen in a beer garden. That's how far away it looks. Factor that into your answer, please. Don't be a fool. I am fascinated to know what you think. How many minutes of the game would it take from kickoff to realise it's a different man? 6 minutes. 6 minutes, I've gone there. Bearing in mind, you're there to watch the game. You don't know that Jude's actually Jobe. You're not looking for it. Like, you don't even notice when he's on the ball. And how many times he's going to be on the ball in 5 minutes, really? And I actually think what gives it away isn't the ability of them, isn't like Jobe being worse than Jude. I just think it's the physicality, the frame of them. From watching from afar, maybe the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you don't really notice because everything's happening. You may be sitting down, you're getting a drink, you're noticing maybe the formation. You're not so much working out who's the right height. Right, maybe that clock's on at 5 minutes. Then you spend an extra minute working out, yeah, that's not actually him. And I don't think it's the ability of them that gives it away. I don't think I'm realising that Jude Bellingham isn't having a good game, so I'm immediately assuming it's Jobe Bellingham. I'm not thinking that. I'm just thinking if Jude Bellingham has a quiet game, he's having a quiet game. I'm not accusing him of not being him. So I think Jobe Bellingham could get away with being Jude Bellingham and having a quiet 10 minutes. I think it's the physicality of them. Even though Jobe's a bit taller, which is a red herring really in this debate. I think people are going to overshoot this massively in comments and go, well, they're the same player, they pretty much look the same and they play the same. They do not play the same, mate. These two are not, like, nearly the same profile of player. At all. But I just think him being more advanced role like Jude plays, you would not notice him for his ability, you'd notice him for his profile. That's what I think. And a sub-question, a subplot, assuming they don't zoom in again, like I said, how many beers would you need to consume, to not even realise, over the 90 minutes? 7. For me. Let me know your dual answer in the comments.